It is the Jim and Terry Show coming to you from the Hobbit Hole Studio in Bob Cajun. I'm one of your hosts, Terry.
And I'm the other guy.
The other guy
Jim.
over there. From Pefferlaw Jim and Bob Cajun Terry. And we're going to talk, we're going to start this off. Should we do, which one first? Oh, Canada, light your lighters and flash your home and native land. Oh, sing it out. Okay, now to do the reverse favor. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? There you go.
What's
the Jim
so
and Terry
gallantly?
Okay, we're trying to emulate what took place in that Buffalo Sabres rink, Game 5 against Boston Bruins when the mic glitched on the opening singer, and we sort of referred to it in our previous podcast, but we found out more details, and maybe that's why we're doing what we're doing this time. I don't know.
Because what we discovered is it was the Buffalo fans that stepped in and sang, "Oh, Canada." God bless them. That's how you do it, man.
All right, I just Googled this, so this is the story as Google replays it, and the sources cited includes CBC. Yes, Buffalo Sabres fans famously sang "Oh, Canada" at the KeyBank Center on April 28th, 2026, after singer Carrie Clune's microphone cut out during the playoff game against Boston Bruins. The crowd immediately took over singing the anthem a cappella. I mean, no music. They just started singing. They knew the pitch, the song, the way it goes, and the words. And I did not know that Buffalo is the only NHL team that's based in the United States that has the Canadian national anthem sung at every home game.
Whether a Canadian team's there or not.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm that warms my heart. And I don't think every American city needs to play the Canadian anthem. But I think Buffalo recognizes the closeness we are to them. The Peace Bridge.
People drive to Buffalo to watch the games, including the Buffalo Bills for the NFL.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I think that's really, really cool of them. And to fill in like that when the mic went bad, that it warms my heart. That's how we should be. You mentioned there was a time when it happened in Canada, and the Canadian fans sang the American anthem for them.
Yep.
And I said, "Oh, that's so Canadian." But you know what, Buffalo? That is so American to be able to do that wonderful tribute to the fans that are coming to see your team play. And we do. I mean, I'm rooting for Buffalo.
Yeah.
I just want them to win because I think they've had such bad breaks in football and all kinds of junk. It would be nice if they could pull this one off.
So here's a toast to Buffalo. Raise your mug and give it a little slurp for Buffalo. All right, now we're going to do the about face and talk about elbows up, number 51, and talk about Mark Carney and carrying on the Kuzma negotiations. Are supposed to be concluded or start by July 1st, and it's not looking good for a solution. So in the meantime, this is now going to be 2 years of Carney's leadership. The backroom deals that Carney's made to draw away from the dependence on the United States, it's looking so good that Montreal looks like the site of a new NATO banking defense industry headquarters
in Canada. Yeah, and it looks at Montreal or Toronto, but he's arranging that here. That's big.
Huge.
And also, I don't know if it's this summer, there's going to be a big summit in Toronto about investments, and some of the top investors in the entire world have already said we're coming. So I know people right now, those who really, really, don't want Carney or don't think he's the man for the job. But I'm telling you, give the guy some time. You can go. Just because you like a leader doesn't mean you're not conservative. I guess I'm a progressive conservative. I guess you've often said that. I think
you're a red Tory.
Yeah,
I voted for Joe Clark too.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So the idea is you're not betraying anything by getting behind someone who the world respects when it comes to honesty. And Canada, he's already built us up as a nation This is why the NATO bank wants to come here, because we're reliable. It's also the reason they don't want to go to the United States, because it's not reliable. And we're going to become reliable. That takes a little time. But in a short year, a year and some months, Carney has already got a lot of countries saying, there's our North American connection right there. They're a stable people, a stable country, well educated, and by the way, I just want you to know our what was it? Our debt is lower than expected,
yes.
and our GDP, what is it?
GDP, yeah.
GDP is better than expected.
Yes.
So that's where we are in this world. Don't let the propaganda tell you different, folks.
Don't let the naysayers and gloom speakers, as in the, what do they call them derisively? I don't want to use name calling. Just the Polyev types who are always, axe the tax, never doing anything. He voted against every single bill proposed last year in the last session of Parliament, every single one. So when you're not doing any earthly good, then I don't know why you're in the Parliament at all.
Well, I personally think it is self-gain, because I know one person said, Carney's doing what Polyev said about axing the tax. He just didn't do it far enough. I said, well, number one, I like that. I've always said I wanted Parliament to say, you know what, you got a good idea there, Polyev. I think we'll do that. I think that's a leader. Now, I don't agree with completely axing the whole tax, because that causes inflation. You have to borrow money to fill that gap. There's a whole story behind it,
folks. It's a revenue stream.
It's not as easy as just taking a tax away. It's a revenue stream that you got to replace somehow.
Here's the irony of Polyev's approach, and I think it was just yesterday he said that Carney's proposals, the budget, what's going down on being introduced in the Parliament this session, is that Carney did not, number one, reduce the taxes, and number two, did not spend adequately for Canadians. And I thought, you cannot say these two things out of both sides of your face. If you lower taxes, you don't have the money to spend on anything.
Yeah.
So they go hand in hand, and you need someone. Wait a minute. Do we know anybody who's been a Bank of Canada chair, who's been a Bank of England chair? Wait a minute.
Well, UK chair, like he was, or advisor anyways, to not the UK, the Union, the European Union, EU.
EU, okay.
Yeah. He's an advisor to them too, and we're the only country that's now been invited to whatever it is they're doing.
The only non-European.
The only non-European country, so he's doing good things. I heard the other day he was doing something that I don't know if I agree with, but I think I do. They're lowering immigration.
Yes.
So that the more housing
gets a chance to catch up.
Has a chance to catch up. The only reason I'm concerned about that, we do need immigration. But if we can talk Canadians into having more babies, then we don't have to bring people in from other countries. We can just do it as Canadians. But he's thinking, that was my point. He's thinking, if we do this, that can happen. These are all numbers, which some of the other people just don't like. Oh, you're stopping immigration. Well, Polyev can't say anything about that since he doesn't want immigration.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So
right.
He can't say anything about that. But that's not why Carney's doing it. It makes sense when you look at the figures. If he decreases immigration and builds more houses, it'll make those houses more affordable for the people already here who need them. Whether it works or not, I don't know. But it's the planning I like about this man. He's saying, if you do this, this will happen, because he knows the figures. He knows the numbers. He's not just throwing it at anybody. Where I think someone like Polyev, and I told you I wasn't a fan before he was even running for the leadership of the Conservatives, he looks self-serving to me. And when you tie your horses to the United States means of politics, you've lost me. You've completely lost me. You'll never get me back, because that in itself is a very bad decision.
Yeah, the Conservative Party of Canada at this point represents an Americanization of Canadian politics.
Yeah, and I don't like it.
It's not a good thing to see.
Because we are Canadian.
We are Canadian. And that's what Carney's... Can you imagine at any other time, World War I, World War II, when the other party would not rally round the flag, boys, and patriotism and become a unified parliament with the war effort? We are at economic war for our survival with the United States. It wasn't a war we chose. It wasn't one we started. Yeah. But it is one that Carney's determined Canada will not just survive, but thrive.
And win.
We are going to win.
Well, the thing is the whole win-lose is not really our system.
No.
It's win-win is our system.
Yeah, we're trying to help everybody.
And it was, I think, the United States prior to Trump. Trump's system is, no, you got to win. There is no win-win. You're either the winner or you're the loser. And this is what's going to bring down the nation.
So where has bipartisanship gone in the age of Trump?
You're either a winner or a loser.
That's right. And I like winners. And I don't like, who is it, the American senator who served in Vietnam, was shot down and kept as a prisoner. I like winners, those people who weren't caught and tortured in the camps.
It has no idea what he's talking about.
No idea. Bone spurs. Jim and Terry
and then
Show.
Go out the golf course and do 2 18 holes.
There's more to say. Jim and Terry Show signing out. Bye-bye.
36 holes on this.
It's complicated, this relationship I have with my